It was the victory of identity, the fight to claim their right to education, and a long struggle by the other gender last year when around 66 transgenders applied for the admission in the Delhi University. DU took the first step towards providing equal opportunity to students from the transgender community by including the option in postgraduate courses in 2014. However, last year DU included the category in all official forms, including undergraduate admissions, job vacancies, and hostel applications. Even this year, DU is accepting applications under the other gender category, but apart from a section on the form, there are no facilities that can encourage transgender applicants to join. The doors of education have been opened for the third gender on papers, but DU officials are still unsure of which colleges the transgender students could study in. To add to the confusion, transgender students are prohibited in any women's colleges.
Of course, infrastructure is one of the problem. Whether the teachers, whether other students, whether counselor ask, I mean, they are sensitized or not. It is the thing. I mean, I don't want a transgender person to go in the college as a regular student and get harassed for her, gender or his gender. I mean, it will be a totally mess up. Most of the dropout in the schools are just because of it only, that they, they self-identify themselves as a transgender and they are visible. This is why they are thrown out. However, they manage to finish their school, but college is some place where, we have noticed there are many things happening. People are more free, people can be more, direct to you on your faces. There are not much of, restrictions are there. So I'm a little worried about, this is why what I think, and when I talk to my people, they say that it can be a direct, danger to us and threat to us, and, there can be a direct harm to us when we go to, regular colleges and, regular admission, which will be a very problematic situation for them. They don't want to face it.
Even though DU is trying to encourage the third gender to take admissions in the varsity by sending teams of students and faculty to places like Nandnagri, Jahangirpuri, Shahadra and Tughlakabad, where members of the transgender community reside together, the transgenders feel unwelcomed in the universities.
Necessary whenever there is any kind of orientation with the faculty or with the other students or fellow students, there should be somebody from a transgender community who can go and take that session, so that the person, I mean, whomsoever are there, they get this feeling. I mean, they can understand who people are, because I mean, just reading and knowing about something without somebody being in front of you, it's absolutely of no use according to me.
The DU in its progressive mood introduced a third gender option for admissions, but the harder part is to make the campus a transgender friendly space.
With some of the principals also, by and large they agree that we wanted to do something for the transgender, but sometimes they are apprehensive also, that it may be that boys, it may be the girls, it may be the student union might feel it, that they might hesitate to accept them. So for the acceptance purpose, the principals are also not coming very forward. Even the administration, you see, if you talk, maybe due to the other problems, maybe for a student union or other union, or maybe that they are very less in number in education, and in higher education they are further less, they are further marginalized. So they do not want to address that kind of issue where some kind of problem is required. So what is required? A multi-centric efforts by involving all stakeholders at the university system to get the things resolved.
Professor Rajesh from the Department of Adult Education, Delhi University, and also a member of National Level Committee on Transgender, says the university claims to be committed to making the campus a safe space for transgenders. However, he adds the university lacks in alternative policies.
First and foremost, what is required is a separate cell for the transgender. Then there is a policy for their orientation, for their addressing their needs related to their curriculum, training, all these things systematically required, which currently the administration has to follow. We do not have an alternative policy so far.
When NNI spoke to transgender activist Rudrani Chetri, who is also the director of Mitra Trust, She said, "The hostility experienced by the third gender is because we as adults fail to recognize them as a part of society." She added, "Lesser knowledge about them make our children averse towards them when they grow up."
There should be more role models who should go and interact with them. I think what Delhi University needs to do right now, whenever they hold some kind of seminars or function or their festivals or, youth culture festival or whatever they do, I mean, they should make transgender part of it. In spite of fact whether transgender people are their students or not, they should make them, aware that the people exist. Then in near future, if any transgender person wants to come and be part of, as a regular student or whatever, so that, students can be aware of it. I mean, we need to start this from a very early age. I mean, we should not wait it for, college time, but we should start it from the school time itself, that we need to aware people, the student. Only the student who are doing their school are going to go to the college. So we need to, do this transgender chapter from a very early age. Whenever we talk of science, we talk about, male autonomy and female autonomy. We should also need to talk about transgender.